So have you heard about this? A single, humble oil is just blowing up online right now, with some pretty extraordinary claims. We're talking everything from boosting hair growth to erasing chronic pain. It all comes from a viral video that lists over 39 uses for castor oil that it claims could literally change your life. So what exactly are these claims? Let's dive in.
And this right here, this is the quote that basically kicked the whole thing off. After doing our own personal 30-day experiment, the video's creator was so amazed that she put together this huge list of benefits. And, well, the wellness world definitely took notice.
Okay, before we get into all the crazy claims, the original video sets out some really important ground rules. First, a big disclaimer. Always check with your doctor. And second, there's a quality checklist for the oil itself. You've got to get the right stuff. 100% organic, extra virgin, hexane-free, and it has to come in a dark glass bottle.
All right, with those disclaimers out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. The source video starts right at the top, literally, focusing first on all the popular beauty uses for our skin and hair.
First up, the scalp. Now this oil is incredibly thick, so the video suggests watering it down a bit with a carrier oil, like coconut oil. You just work it into your scalp, let it sit there for at least half an hour, and then wash it out really well. The promise here? A weekly treatment that's supposed to help with dandruff, itchiness, and maybe even speed up hair growth.
Now when it comes to the face, wow, the list is long. According to the source, it's supposed to give you longer, thicker eyelashes and brows, help with those dark under-eye circles, and you can even use it as a kind of natural lip gloss. But the biggest claim is using it as an all-over moisturizer to fight dryness and improve your skin's texture.
So you might be wondering, what's the supposed magic ingredient here? Well, according to the video, it all comes down to a compound called ricinoleic acid. And get this, it makes up a whopping 92% of the oil. This acid is claimed to be antibacterial, specifically fighting the kind of bacteria that causes acne by getting deep inside your pores.
But, it doesn't just stop at skin-deep beauty stuff. The claims quickly move past what the oil can do on the outside to what it can supposedly do for our health on the inside.
And that brings us to the abdomen. This is where a key idea from Ayurvedic philosophy comes into play. The video talks about the belly button as this central point for absorption, and that idea is really the foundation for this whole next set of claims about our internal wellness.
So for digestion, the video lays out two totally different approaches. On one hand, there's the topical method. You just rub the oil on your belly button and abdomen to help with things like bloating and discomfort. On the other hand, there's the internal method, swallowing a small spoonful, which is mentioned as a more old-school, traditional remedy for constipation.
From there, the claims really expand, specifically into female hormonal health. I mean, the suggestion is that just applying it topically can do everything from reducing menstrual cramps and regulating periods to even helping with complex conditions like PCOS and estrogen dominance. It even claims that, over time, it could help dissolve ovarian cysts and fibroids.
Okay, now we're getting into what might be one of the most compelling themes in the whole video, the idea that castor oil can tackle pain and inflammation head-on.
And this whole section really centers on a super personal story from the creator herself. See, she says she'd been struggling with this painful foot injury, plantar fasciitis, for nearly a year, just couldn't shake it.
And this is where her mind was blown. She started putting the oil on her feet just for cracked heels, not even thinking about the pain. But after only 3 days, she says she woke up, got out of bed, and just walked normally. No hobbling, no pain. And she says that chronic foot pain, poof, it was just gone and hasn't come back.
So, taking that incredible personal story, the video then connects it to all sorts of other aches and pains. It mentions anecdotes about the oil helping with joint pain from Lyme disease, soothing sore muscles after a workout, and even easing tension headaches if you rub it on your temples.
And just when you think the list can't get any longer, oh, it does. The video wraps up with this kind of lightning round of what they call body hacks.
Like you got a wart or a callus, the claim is you can just put a little oil on it, cover it with a Band-Aid, and over a week or two, it's supposed to just break it down and help remove it.
And what about cellulite and stretch marks? Well, the logic here, according to the video, is that castor oil helps break down bad tissues. So the claim is that applying it regularly could improve their appearance.
And since it's supposed to have antifungal properties, the source also suggests applying it directly to areas that are affected by athlete's foot or nail fungus to help clear things up.
Okay, and then there's this one, which is maybe the most out there claim of them all, removing moles. The video suggests making a paste of castor oil and baking soda, putting it on a flat mole, covering it for several weeks, and it could cause it to fall off. But even the creator says, hey, be super careful with this one.
You might have heard the term castor oil pack thrown around for some of these bigger issues like cysts or joint pain. So what is it? It's actually pretty simple. It's just a cloth, usually organic cotton, that's soaked in the oil. You place it on your skin, sometimes with plastic wrap and a heating pad over it to let the oil absorb deeper for a longer time.
So let's just take a breath for a second. We've gone from head to toe, inside and out. We've talked about hair, skin, digestion, hormones, pain, and a dozen other little hacks. When you add it all up, that's more than 39 different uses, all from this one viral source.
And that really leaves us with the big question, right? Is this an ancient remedy or a modern cure-all? You know, the point of walking through all this isn't to prove or disprove any of it. It's to ask why. Why is this one single ancient remedy resonating so deeply with so many people right now? What does its massive appeal tell us, not just about the oil, but about ourselves and the solutions we're all searching for?